Alessandro Leipold joins me now on the phone from Washington. Thank you very much indeed for speaking to us. And can you start by explaining to me the immediate priorities for Christine Lagarde as she comes to the helm of the IMF?
Yes, good morning, Maryam. Thank you. I think, well, obviously, her first priority is Greece. That's evident. And in that sense, I'm very, very pleased to see she's starting very early. I mean, she will be in her new seat on Tuesday, July 5th already. Clearly, that's because she's aware of all of the urgency of the issues surrounding Greece. So she'll start working just after the crucial vote that will be in Athens during this week and the meeting of European finance ministers over the weekend. There are other issues, but I think she will, in the very first instance, have to be judged on how she handles the Eurozone debt crisis. And to do that successfully, she really needs to fully show that she is indeed occupying a different seat, that she divorces herself from many of the mistakes that the Europeans have made in managing this crisis, that she really roots herself fully in the fund's principles, rules, and history and approach to these issues.
How difficult is it going to be, Mr. Leipold, for her to do that, though, divorce herself, so to speak, from the mistakes, given that she does sort of come with this baggage, if you like? How difficult is it going to be for her to get the support of emerging market countries, for example, when it comes to Greek policy, given that she is coming from a European, a French context?
Well, I don't think that will be that difficult. I mean, she's very able. I think one of the skills that she brings with her is certainly political acumen and political savvy. And it was shown, in fact, in her very experience in France itself, where she started off as a somewhat weak member of the cabinet, an outsider, that without her own political base, a technician really more than a politician. And she was not part of President Sarkozy's inner circle. And rumors at the beginning, in fact, were that she would probably be ditched at some point. And from that weak position, she emerged as a pillar of the government. So she's certainly a survivor. I have no doubt she'll be able to bring the board around to her views, provided, of course, they're not tinged by what may be viewed as European interests.
I mean, Greece seems to be facing a critical point in its crisis right now. I suppose some commentators would even say that it's very much reaching its zenith when you look at what is happening in the markets. And thus far, the EU and the IMF have both said, listen, this budget, these austerity measures have to go through if we're going to give them their next tranche of money. Do you expect the IMF to maintain pretty much the same sort of position when it comes to Greece under Lagarde?
I would think so. I mean, I think there is obviously the conditionality and the need for the Greeks to approve the package and the measures that underlie the program. There is another aspect which is important from the fund's point of view, and that is really to protect its own balance sheet, and that must mean that the program is seen to be viable from the financial point side, that it is fully financed within the fund jargon called financing assurances, and for an extended period, because this is a structural, deep-seated problem, and it is going to take time to resolve it. So I think that those are the issues that she will need to be extremely clear about, especially the latter with the Europeans, that they really ensure that they obviously themselves put up the money for a certain period of time, and that they arrive to some sort of agreement with the private sector for it to participate. And there has at last been some movement over the last few days, which appears promising.